Kat Timpf, once known for swearing she'd never marry or have children, spent years building her reputation on chaos, unpredictability, and sharp humor. She dated disasters, avoided commitment, and chased her career with reckless energy. But everything changed when she met a man who turned her life upside down. A quiet former soldier named Cameron Frisha, who wasn't a comedian or media personality, but something far more grounded. Within 5 years, she went from sleeping on yoga mats in tiny apartments to living in luxury homes across 4 cities. Yet the most astonishing moment in her story came just hours before she gave birth to her first child, when a routine checkup revealed something that would change her life forever. Born on October 29, 1988, in Detroit, Michigan, Kat grew up watching her father, Daniel, return from long factory shifts exhausted and covered in grease. Her mother, Anne-Marie, came from a large Polish Catholic family that valued love but struggled financially. The Timpfs lived modestly in Wixom, where money was tight and survival was the goal. Detroit was already losing hundreds of thousands of residents as jobs vanished, and Kat saw the toll it took on her parents. That awareness of economic hardship stayed with her for life. School was brutal. She was bullied constantly for being different, loud, eccentric, and outspoken. Food was thrown at her. She was ignored in class projects. Diagnosed with ADHD at age 5, she was prescribed amphetamines and stayed on them for nearly 3 decades. The medication didn't erase her anxiety, and by her teens, she began self-harming to cope. Teachers saw the signs but did nothing. From that pain grew her conviction that silence never protects anyone. It's why she became a fierce defender of free speech later in life. Her refuge was writing. Books and words were her armor. Things began to shift when she attended Lutheran High School North in Macomb, a small Christian school where she finally found a place to express herself. She joined the theater program in the school newspaper, channeling her pain into jokes and essays. Though she never fully fit in, she learned to make people laugh, even if it made them uncomfortable. That blend of humor and honesty became her trademark. Her mother's death in 2014 shattered her world. And Marie was misdiagnosed for months before doctors discovered she had cardiac amyloidosis, a rare disease that left her just 3 weeks to live. Kat, then 26, was broke, sleeping on a yoga mat in California, and juggling multiple jobs. Losing her mother left a wound that never fully healed. Even years later, she joked about it online to mask the pain. Kat studied English at Hillsdale College from 2006 to 2010, graduating magna cum laude. She worked multiple jobs to afford tuition, wrote for the school paper, studied abroad in England, and interned at the Detroit News. Her time at Hillsdale sharpened her writing and cemented her libertarian views. By 2012, she was interning at a Los Angeles radio station, waking up at 4 a.m. for traffic reports before working long shifts at diners. She often went months without a day off. In 2013, she joined Campus Reform, where she reported on censorship and absurd campus policies. Petting zoos canceled over camels, fundraisers banned for using the wrong word. Her wit cut through the noise, exposing how free speech was dying on campuses. But jobs came and went. After losing her apartment and car, she drove up the California coast begging radio stations for work. One outlet gave her 2 minutes on air, and she turned it into a career. Her big break came on May 31, 2015, when she appeared on The Greg Gutfeld Show and delivered a viral line mocking celebrity climate activists. Within months, Fox News hired her full-time. Viewers loved her fearless humor, and by 2017 she had become co-host of the Fox News Specialists. The show ended abruptly after a scandal, but Kat's visibility only grew. In 2019, she launched Sincerely Kat on Fox Nation. What began as a comedy show turned into a raw, unfiltered look at her mental health struggles. In one episode, she removed her wigs and fake lashes on camera and said, "None of this is real." That vulnerability resonated, and the show became one of Fox Nation's most watched originals. When Gutfeld premiered in 2021, Kat's sharp commentary helped the show dominate late-night ratings. But fame also brought danger. In 2017, while speaking at a Brooklyn bar for a friend's campaign, a man walked up and dumped a bottle of water on her head before disappearing. The attack left her shaken and fearful for months. It wasn't the first time she'd faced public outrage. After making a sarcastic joke about Star Wars fans in 2015, She received death threats online, but it was the first time the hate turned physical. Still, she refused to be silenced. Her first book, You Can't Joke About That, released in 2023, became an instant bestseller. She wrote candidly about taboo topics, rape jokes, death, cancel culture, and argued that humor was essential to healing. Her second book, I Used to Like You Until, came out in 2024 and stunned readers with its openness about her sexuality and past relationships. In one passage, she described dating a woman whose mother disapproved because of Kat's work at Fox News. She rejected labels and said she didn't want to be called heterosexual. The honesty sparked debate across the political spectrum. By then, Kat's personal life had transformed as dramatically as her career. She met Cameron Frisha on the dating app Raya in 2019. He was a West Point graduate and former Army officer who had served in Afghanistan with the 101st Airborne Division before transitioning into finance. Calm, disciplined, and steady, he was unlike anyone she had dated before. His quiet strength balanced her chaos. He encouraged her voice instead of trying to tame it. When the pandemic hit, they moved in together after just a year of dating. The experience broke her long-held belief in avoiding traditional relationships. By August 2020, she showed off an engagement ring on Gutfeld. By May 2021, she was married in a ceremony officiated by her friend Lisa Kennedy Montgomery, complete with a neon sign reading "Till Death." Kat joked online that hell froze over, admitting she never thought she'd walk down the aisle. Marriage didn't make her feel trapped, it made her feel free. That freedom opened her to the idea of motherhood, something she had always rejected. In February 2025, she gave birth to her first child. Just 15 hours before going into labor, doctors discovered stage 0 breast cancer during a routine pregnancy checkup. She called it a miracle, saying the pregnancy likely saved her life. Weeks later, she underwent a double mastectomy at Memorial Sloan Kettering and shared her recovery publicly, posting a hospital photo with her trademark humor intact. Her husband stayed out of the spotlight, rarely giving interviews. Before joining the hedge fund Coatue Management, where he reportedly earned millions, he had worked at Merrill Lynch and once spoke on air about the Kabul airport bombing, analyzing military strategy with the same precision he applied to finance. At home, he cooked dinner and kept their life grounded. Together, they built a life that balanced Fox News fame with quiet domesticity, raising their baby, spoiling their pets, a cat named Cheens and a dog named Carl, and enjoying homes from Manhattan to Miami.